Hello, I'm Ash, and today I will be doing a collective reading. So, the first deck that I will be starting off with is the Astrologica Claves. And let's see what's coming through. I wanted to do a picture with these bougainvilleas. My bush in the front is having a growth spurt, so I needed to cut these extra branches that were just way too long. And we have some Capricorn energy coming in. It is Capricorn season when I'm filming this. But yeah, I was hoping to really get some time to draw these because I've attempted to paint them a couple of times, but they're quite difficult. And then, by the time I finished the sketch, before I started painting, they were already wilted. I'm getting really fast moving energy that comes and goes. Here in a moment, gone in a flash. But yeah, I thought it would be a very pretty reading if we had the bougainvilleas while they were still a little bit fresh. You can see that there's a bug right there. So maybe some bugs and errors. I think this has to do with Neptune going into Aries. Okay, and a change of currency. Okay, so I'm getting this Capricorn season. You're going to experience a lot of changes occurring in your household and your subconscious and with the collective unconscious. And a lot of these changes have to do with your values and household income and what comes in and goes out. Capricorn season will be a time where you're going to have to use your mind and the wisdom that comes through from the upper realms. There will be a lot of downloads and synchronicities and signs that will come in that will direct you on how to manage your household and again, what comes in and goes out. You will be given a lot of keys and information in your dreams about subconscious issues that may still be playing out that are affecting how you receive and gain resources and assets throughout your house. It will be a good time to work with Jupiter magic. So working with Cancerian energy, cooking things, working on remedies, working with herbs and household items to deter negative subconscious attributes. So then I'm getting feng shui, maybe doing grid work, crystal work, magic to help you with your finances and abundance. I'm getting the message to work with subliminals and affirmations to keep working on getting rid of any negative thought forms, mindsets, mental constructs, emotional constructs that may prevent you from grabbing onto the resources and values, income that you would like to receive. I'm getting that a lot of swift and fast changes will be occurring to your household soon. Things that you may have been keeping in the dark and in your private life, private matters, hidden away, kept secret, will be coming out to say, hey, this is this person's value. This is something that this person holds within and is within hand's reach. So please see me. I'm also getting a welcoming in of new resources or assets, grabbing on to what you think is special, picking and choosing new things to add to your values, to add to your household and to your ammunition, like your tool belt. Going deep within to find a sin that you've buried deep within, to spend. And then with the Pisces, here's another going deep within energy of looking at the light and the dark, diving deep, coming up for breath, going in circles and sweeping the ground to look through the sediment and see what you found. Moving through the cycles with Luna to see what makes your heart pound. You may be going through a lot of shedding during this time, so you may be being called to move through your household, see what things that you do and do not want, see what can be thrown out, what's causing disruptions, what needs to be put away, what needs to be hidden and put into the dark, what needs to decay, what habits, beliefs, emotions needs to be put to rest, what cycles are finished, so you can move on and win this bet. Bet was made in my name. Okay, again with Pisces energy. Coming full circle and completing a cycle. Yeah, with Capricorn, it's kind of the last energy that you kind of come out and you show your values and what you've made, right? Capricorn season's all about displaying your assets and skill set for the world to know. So they see your ambition and reputation. Whoa. Capricorn's also where we move up the ladder and we create the ambition for what matters in the next cycle as we get ready to move into the next year. So we are now in the 10th house of the zodiac, and I'm getting a call to revisit your priorities and first house. Review the steps you want to take to make your life so that when you look into the mirror, you feel good about what you see and hear. Yeah, reprioritizing what you do within your household and the beliefs and mindsets and emotions you want to carry forward so you can start the new year fresh. Relook at how you want to show up to the game of life. How do you want to present yourself in the matrix? What moves do you want to make in the matrix? Getting grid lines, and I'm seeing chutes and ladders, kind of like going up lines. How do you want to play with the duality of life and the positives and negatives, the light and dark attributes? I'm getting Lilith coming through with what dark receptivity, energy, move would you like to make to your self-identity? I think Lilith just moved into Sagittarius as well. So we're having kind of a change of cycles with that. What dark move could you make to change your fate? Yeah, I'm getting kind of like a tripping people up. What can you do to surprise and shock people? One of the best things that we can do is not always play it safe and not always be predictable, because when we're predictable, other people know how to take advantage of us and mess with us. And when you switch yourself up a little bit, even like small ways, it can intimidate people and get them to back off a little in a nice way. It could also show other people's true colors or their insecurities or why they are supporting us. Okay. I guess that was some Lilith wisdom wanting to come through. Moving house, making moves about your house. Yes. Are you moving houses? I am moving houses. Do you have planets shifting houses? We have Lilith that just went into Sagittarius, I believe. We also have Neptune going into Aries. But perhaps you have some planets or asteroids shifting for you at the moment. And I would recommend looking into that because it may give you a heads up, may help you from tripping up. Kind of those first few degrees can always be a little bit silly or difficult until we get our feet wet. So I would definitely look into your natal chart at the moment to see if there's anything going on with shifting planets and waxing crescent. You are in the first steps of something growing and expanding. You may be putting time and effort and ideas into a new venture that will change how you look, how you present yourself, how you show up in the world, how you're seen, and how you feel when you look into the mirror. Your looks may be even changing at this moment. I'm getting stardust energy. Yeah, maybe people are looking at you and seeing the stars or seeing goddess, god, enlightened energy. Starseed energy might be being reflected back to you at the moment. Perhaps you're meeting other starseeds and you're at the beginning of that journey. As you make these career shifts, you'll be meeting more and more through the cycles. It'll uncover the collective that you wanted to behold. Shifts in receptivity and feminine energy in the dark. Perhaps you're making a lot of moves in the dark that others cannot see and is not in full view yet, except for we do have full moon in the 5th house coming out as well. Should I move there? Yeah. So yeah, I think maybe you're in the first stages of that and perhaps looking for a collective where you're channeling for the collective. You're tapping in, turning on, tuning in. Tapped in, turned on, tuned in to the collective. Perhaps you are writing a book, making art, creating music, speaking, channeling, directing, projecting, painting, what's on the collective's mind. I think that the way that you have designed your life is coming into full view now. I think as you progress through these steps, your creativity will be unlocked and will be there in full essence for people to see and hear. And I think that it's going to create tidal waves. Whatever you've been doing in the dark, the moves you've been making, the cycles you've been through will be being shown upon. And the way that you write and direct your life will create changes in your life. I see you finally receiving the attributes, compliments, all the complications that you've had to go through as you've created this project will be seen. They'll be felt and heard by the collective, as I'm sure many of us have toiled with our projects. I mean, certainly if we've all been listening to tarot, we have been attempting to create a lot of things. At least that's what I see when I look around. It seems that we all kind of have projects going on with online businesses, social media platforms, parenthood, house projects, relationship. We're all attempting to manifest big money, right? So I'm picking up on that energy and kind of receiving some, I'm hearing proclaim, claim, reclaim, proclamations, contributions. I'm seeing flags, flyers, beamers, banners, celebration energy, party-like energies coming through, cheers. We are going to move into Aquarius soon. Oh, we have the sun and the moon. So balancing out of what's seen and what's hidden. Perhaps also because we're moving into Capricorn, and this is Capricorn and Aquarius energy are kind of energies where we show off those projects. Acclaim. There we go. Acclaim. You may be gaining acclaim for what you've done in the year. These cycles and Pisces energy coming about. A complete lunar eclipse when it comes to your relationships, how you relate with the world. We have the collective unconscious, subconscious, the collective here. A complete change of heart on my part. Yes, I see a change to how you relate to the objects, how you objectify things, to the people and places and your fate, who you're bound to. Maybe new emotions are going to be formed. A clean slate is occurring with the current relationships that you're bound to. This change of household, this change in your subconscious is bringing a new slate to how you feel about the relations and relationships that you're already tethered to. And that will bring a lot of peace and balance with your feminine and masculine energies and the feminine and masculine people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, as well as your marriage or relations. And marriage energy isn't always only when you're married. It's also the ideas and concepts that you're married to. What beliefs do you hold that you are bound to? What beliefs will you die for? What beliefs and ideas, organizations, religions will you fight to the death for? What objects will you carry with you throughout all of your life? And I see this clean slate also allowing you to take new business moves, as well as forming a new identity that helps transform who you're partnering with. A change in partnership changes your priorities. Am I moving this one? No, I'm leaving it here. It's over our subconscious. Yeah, what we relate to, what our subconscious is relating to can change. So if we're doing like mindset changes from being in lack and poverty to being in wealth and abundance, that could be allowing us to make complete lunar eclipse shifts in how we present ourselves and the career that we want to be in. Now I'm getting the message that we are to prepare. This has been preparing us for the shift into Neptune and Aries. Are we back into Neptune and Pisces right now? Yeah. Both Neptune and Saturn went back, and Uranus went back into Taurus. But we'll be going back in Gemini, I don't think for another 6 months, unfortunately. That was a really good transit. I feel like it brought a lot of subconscious changes. Yeah, so Spirit has been getting us very prepared for this change in Neptune and Aries so that we may take charge and take hold of our dreams and visions, and so that we will be fully prepared for this full moon 5th house activation. I think Spirit has been preparing us for a few years so that we can create the entertainment stories and illusions that will speak to the collective and to the subconscious. As soon as that shift occurs, we will be fully ready to embark on a new journey and go full steam ahead with whatever story we've cooked up with Spirit during the time that Pisces was in Neptune. Yeah, we still have half a year with North Node in Pisces. So we're still taking steps towards the collective and changing our subconscious. But all of those shifts will create very good art and entertainment. So please bear with Spirit and the transits as we progress through these changes. So I think the final messages: 8th house transformation, 11th house society, Cancerian energy, waning crescent, Saturn, and the Sun. Our inner world and private world resources that are shared are coming to light into the collective, and they're helping to provide deep transformation within our household and with our emotions, how we deal with cycles, our experiences with Jupiter waxing gibbous. So we're almost there to completing the cycle that has been very limiting and has made us have to be very dedicated and has restricted us in our soul essence and sharing. This guy always reminds me of my friend. Yeah, so probably for the past few years, you may have been dealing with a lot of karmic energy, kind of clearing out any karma that you've had from this life. Any karma that you've had is revolving around how you show up, how you shine your light. Clearing any bindings that you've had that have made you feel dead inside, or that have prevented you from really shining this magnetic starlight or seeing it. Yeah, there could have been a lot of illusions and delusions around what you looked like. Perhaps you had voices in your head telling you that you looked a certain way, but that is all transforming today. And I think there's about to be a lot of fun in society and Cancerian energy, erratic energy. Lots of great ventures to be had. Maybe feeling like you finally found a family within a collective. Maybe this moving house has to do with going home and being back with a collective, celebrating your victory on the cycles that you had to complete, the transformation that you had to complete. I know I am very much about to get out of hermitage energy and my own hermit journey, so I hope that you are as well, unless you want to be there. And then I'm getting 9th house, Virgo, and first quarter. A journey is about to be embarked upon where your religion, your direction, and how you handle your resources and routine are about to be seen. This may cause a lot of inner tension, and there may be hiccups upon the way. But do not delay, for I say victory will occur in your career if you go aboard. And that is everything that I am reading for the collective. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it was of value and made sense. I hope that it will be recalled when it is necessary. And I'm wishing you all the luck that you need on your journey. So if you enjoyed this reading, please hit the like button. Don't be afraid to subscribe or share a comment if you like. And I will see you at your next reading. Thank you. Bye-bye.